11 minutes after 8, and we are on your side with some great relationship advice this morning. We love it every time Julie Wadley from Eli Simone comes to see us. Good to see you.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, you always bring such great advice, and this is really for all kinds of couples, isn't it? If you're just starting out as a newlywed couple, or if you've been married for a while.
Yes. So, you know, every couple kind of goes through their phases, and once you're an established couple, it kind of can get into the routine. So you definitely want these three things in order to maintain that healthy, strong relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one is your love style. You know, how we love as individuals isn't necessarily how your partner loves or how they recognize love. So you want to make sure you understand the way your partner receives and acknowledges love. So if they always want affirmation, or they're looking for, you know, physical touch or anything like that, you want to make sure that you're giving love in the way that they recognize it, so that they can in turn give you love the way you recognize it.
So you have to have a conversation about that. Because it's not sometimes easy to tell.
It's not, and sometimes you just think that, oh, it's, you know, whatever goes for me goes for everyone else, and like, oh, well, I love gifts, so I'm going to give my partner gifts. Or you thinking, you know, based on gender roles, oh, women love flowers, so I'm going to give her flowers all the time, and she may not like flowers, you know. So you just have to really understand your partner and be able to give them what they want and what they need.
And that gets to your second point, which is knowing your own communication styles.
Yes. So, you know, a ton of people have different communication styles, how they argue, how they get to a point, and, you know, what they do when conflict arises. So you want to make sure that, one, you again understand your partner, understand how they fight or how they deal with conflict, so that you can best maneuver it in the best way possible. So if you recognize that your partner tends to be harsh, or they tend to ignore, you might want to say, all right, I understand what the conflict is about. Let's get to the root of it. Let's stop fighting about it and get to, you know, how to work it and how to resolve it. So understanding how to communicate best with your partner.
I watch some of like the most successful couples in my atmosphere, and they always have sort of that team mentality.
Yes, and that's the last thing. Have a team us mentality. It's us against the world. And so, you know, whether that's your parents, whether that's, you know, friends and family, or even your children, you want to make sure that you have a team mentality, so nothing, you know, nothing that comes from the world and nothing that can come in between you guys. And that kind of fosters a bond, so that you're not thinking you're just an individual in this marriage. It's about us and what we want to do versus what I want to do, what you want to do.
Because that partnership, that feeling like you're in that team, is the reason people get married, right?
Absolutely. And you don't want to be in a marriage and feel alone, you know. So you want to make sure that you're building a culture of, what are we going to do? What are we going to do next? What do we think about that? And it's not about, you know, now we're just a melded person, but in terms of how you know, show out to the world that, hey, we're a unit, and we're unbreakable.
We're in this together.
We're in this together,
Good advice. Thank you, my dear.
You're
Every time you come, we learn something great. It is 8:14. We'll be right back after this.